Hello, bonjour, shemai, everybody out there in YouTube world. How are we doing today, my lovely monkey people? Good morning. What a day it is as well. You'll hear the rain beating on the roof of my van, so I will apologise, but it is just what it is. It's like an occupational hazard, I suppose. One of those things. Anyway, this morning we're going to do a reading for those monkey people. It is, of course, Monkey Day and Rooster Day. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because we're going to do the monkey reading this morning. But we're also going to do a rooster reading this afternoon. And we'll be back tomorrow for the dog and the pig. And if you don't want to miss it, then click that subscribe button. Anyways, let's get these cards shuffled for you lovely monkey people. Let's see where we are at this week. Right. Let's get a feel of it. Okay. So we've got that one. No, that one from the bottom, that one from the top, and that one from... No, that one from the bottom, that one from the middle, that one from the top. Lost myself there for a minute. But we got all whites. It's an interesting one, isn't it, my lovely monkeys? We have got all whites. And there's that monkey card that we left you on kind of last week when you were in that monkey place. And there you are in that monkey place again. Still in that monkey place. Because you don't want to move, do you? You want to stay where you are. If you don't move, nothing changes, and if nothing changes, you don't have to do anything. Interesting. However, my lovely monkey people, is this the best approach? Apparently so. I mean, it's working for you. It's a white monkey. I mean, it's in the positive. Things could be worse, I suppose. But that monkey there is still, you have got something that you need to do. There is something that you have to get done, and you just feel that if you stay here, you can stay in this good place, and you're going to be okay with that. You know, this isn't necessarily a good thing because you can't necessarily stay in the same mindset all the time. You can't keep living in an ignorant place. You can't be in denial all the time. However, I do see this as a sign of protection. You're trying to look after yourself right now. Remember who you are. You're trying to be the person you know you are. Not only that, you feel yourself right now. You feel yourself, like as in you feel more yourself. You feel you. More so than you've ever done recently. You feel more so you more recently than you have done in a very long time, you know? But I do feel that there's some kind of rivalry here, there's some kind of conflict here, even though it's that monkey. You got to remember that monkey people can make a very successful team and they can get on very, very well together, but only if they have similar interests, you know? Otherwise, monkeys are gonna go against each other, you know? And that's what you're gonna do. You're up against yourself here. You are up against yourself. You have a rivalry, some sort of, I don't know, something where you need to be selfish. It's telling you right now, if you want things to go your way, you have to be selfish. You have to do what you feel is right for you. You have to do what you want to do, you know? Yeah, you can negotiate, you can compromise, you can talk to people and communicate with them in a way that you can say, like, this is how it is, but you're not going to change who you are. You can't change who you are. You can't. Because to get ahead in the game, you need to play. And if you aren't playing, then other people are going to take over you. And if they're taking over you, you're getting left behind. And if you get left behind, you are not going to be in the position that you're supposed to be. And you're going to have to do this all again. Over and over and over again. That's the thing. This is just going to keep coming back around. Whatever the problem is, you need to play the game here. To solve this problem, it's like a Chinese puzzle. It's like a Rubik's Cube. The problem that you have to solve actually means you've got to think. You've got to do something. You've got to actually, you know, do something and play the game. And if you're not, nothing changes. And nothing is going to change. You're just going to sit there, being the monkey that you are, waiting in your tree for things to happen that are out of your control, because therefore you don't have to take the blame. If things happen that you haven't instigated, you believe then it's not your fault, even if you want them to happen. So instead of making them happen, so it's your fault, you're waiting to see if it does happen by somebody else. And I don't know how that's going to work for you. How has that worked for you, my lovely monkey people? Snake. Okay, interesting. Because snakes and monkeys, they don't necessarily get along very well. But that is still a white snake, and that's a white negative karmic card. And I feel like you're holding back, and that's what that snake is doing. It's holding on and holding back. That's costing somebody, and that's costing people. That's costing. There's collateral damage here. Not yours. You're in a good place. In fact, out of everything, as it looks like, you've got things that you win. You win. Your outcome is relatively bright and happy and positive. You win no matter the decision you make. You're at a junction. You're on a roundabout. This isn't a crossroad. This is a roundabout with several junctions and turnings. It's not just a left or a right. This is going around the roundabout again and again and again, trying to figure out what exit to take. But whatever exit you take off that roundabout, you win. But it's not about you in this sense, because you holding on to the position that you're in is actually costing other people their positions on that same junction or roundabout. If that makes sense. Other people are going to get hurt in this. Other people are going to be the collateral damage. And you're very aware of this, and that is why you've chosen to stay in that space right there. You don't want to move forward. You don't want to move backwards. You don't want to come down from the tree, and you're not really fussed about climbing higher up the tree. You are comfortable where you are right now, and you're holding on to it. But holding on to it means things don't change. And if things don't change, then you're going to stay in that position for a very long time and just going around and around and around and around the roundabout. While everybody on that roundabout waiting for you to choose their junction is getting on with their lives, and potentially those roads are going to close. So you've got to be careful of how long you actually stay in this position right now. The snake and the monkey do not move well together. You know, the monkey and the snake, not good. That snake is, I mean, it's a positive card. I'm not going to deny you that. If it was black, this would be absolutely tragic. But wherever you're headed right now is in a good place. You are in a good place, despite the fact that you are, I guess, in a way, you are, you're finding it hard to trust your own intuition. You're trying to figure out a problem that you have never been up against before. You are trying to find a solution that is completely out of reach, and that snake is there to remind you that it's gonna take a long time. This is a patience game. You've got to be slow, you know, and you're okay with this, I think, because you want to stay there. I think the slower you can take it, the better, because you want to stay in that place. You don't want to move on, as I say. You don't want to go up the tree. You don't want to come down the tree. You don't want to go left. You don't want to go right. You don't want to choose a junction. You're happy to go around and around and around and around, and just keep doing that. But I do feel that this is just hurting other people. It's potentially going to come back around and hurt you eventually. I feel like this snake is here to try and remind you that when you don't move or when you don't do certain things, other things can't happen. So if you don't push the first domino, everything else doesn't move. Like the rest of the dominoes don't fall. And if the rest of the dominoes don't fall, then there is a lack of harmony, you know? It needs to be in a sequence. It needs to happen. You need to do it. It's a universal thing. That karmic sign is universal. If it was a dragon or a snake, it's always karmic. It's universal. You can't change it. It's written in stone. It's written in the stars. It's written there in the tapestries of fate. It is destiny. It is karma. You cannot change it. And there's that snake. Denying people their negative karma by protecting them is only going to end up badly for you. And they're going to get served with that karma anyway. So if you're going to quit a job, quit the job. Don't worry about them being left in the lurch. Don't worry about them being stuck with, you know, short staff or whatever. No, that's their karma. Leave. Get up and go. Do you know what I mean? That's now where you're at. If there's things right now that you feel you should be doing, but you're not doing, what you're actually doing by not doing them is reducing that time, or basically, no, what you're basically doing is you're dragging out the time before it comes anyway. This is gonna happen. This is inevitable. That's a karmic card. You can't help it. Negative things are gonna happen, but not for you. So bad things are gonna happen. Negative things are gonna happen. It's gonna be really tragic, but you are gonna come out of this okay. Because when you choose an exit on the junction or the roundabout, there are going to be people that are disappointed. There are going to be people that are going to be hurt. There are going to be people that are going to be wondering why you didn't choose them. There are going to be people that are going to, be upset and left in a state of confusion and heartbreak, but not you. As much as it's going to hurt, as much as it's going to be bad, as much as it is going to be, almost soul destroying, to crawl and slither your way out of that chasm, out of that pit, out of that place, you have to do it because other people need their negative karma as almost like a catalyst to push them forward. The monkey and the snake, they are basically opposites in their own ways. They do things differently, and it's because they're so similar. Monkeys are very suspicious people, and so are snakes. But whereas monkeys are more kind of curious, suspicious, snakes are more kind of, more sort of slyly suspicious, where they'll keep it to themselves. And I feel this is what this is. This is you keeping yourself to yourself, because you don't want to make waves. You don't want to make waves. You want to stay where you are in this place. And this is a scary time. The snake and the monkey coming together, that is quite a fearful combination. That's quite worrying. But I think you're capable of it. I think you're stronger than you think you are. These are white cards. Things are going well. It's not black. It's not tragic. It's not negative. It's not coming away. It's not coming around in a way to punish you. This is something that is coming around for you to move out of your own way and to stop staying in that place that you've been stuck. This is something that is you staying where you are is denying the karma for the people that it's going to affect when you leave. And if it's not got something to do with work, it's got something to do with a relationship, it's got something to do with a friendship, it's got something to do with the position that you are in, where realistically, you are holding on, and in doing so, is denying not just you moving forward, but it's also denying other people moving forward in a karmic, destiny, fate kind of way. And as you move into next week, you're looking at that rooster card there as well. That rooster card is in the same triangle as the snake. So these two here are in the same triangle, which is that sort of thinking, deep thinking. The thinkers, literally, that's what they are. They are the thinker triangle. Now, you know how to handle a rooster person. The rooster and the monkey aren't necessarily compatible, but you know how to handle rooster people. So I feel that you know how to handle this situation, or how you would advise somebody to handle a situation like this. But I think that the critical side of you that is criticizing you, I think what you're doing is you would rather put the blame on you, and you're going to put the blame on you so that you don't have to blame other people and put sort of pain or hurt or emotional strain on them. You don't want to be a burden to other people. I think that's kind of what we're looking at here. You don't want to be a burden. You don't want to bring other people down. You don't want to hurt other people. You don't want to be that negative karma for people. You don't want to have to serve people this karma. But if you don't, then you are going to just beat yourself up even more. You're going to criticize yourself. You're going to judge yourself. That rooster is here to tell you that it's okay to feel good about moving on. It's okay to be excited about leaving things behind. It's okay to just sometimes fly the coop. And that's okay. And I know that the monkey's patience is going to wear thin when this keeps coming back around and back around and back around. And monkeys don't try their patience. Never try the patience of a monkey, ever. But that's what you're doing. You're trying your own patience. Because in the one hand, you don't want to move forward. You are holding on, and you don't want to move back. You don't want to move forward. You're holding on to the position that you're in right now. But you're not supposed to be there. That's not where you're supposed to be. You need to move forward, but you don't want to do it in the painstaking, slow way. The way you want to do this is you want to jump from everything's okay to the future, where everything's okay. But there's a lot of thinking to do. There's a lot of choices to make. There's a lot of things that you need to take into consideration. A lot of things. And you know that. And it's wearing you down. It's exhausting you. You know? I feel that you need to start speaking up. You need to start saying how it is. You just need to be honest. I feel that if you don't, you're going to get bored with the position you're in, and then you're just going to start self-sabotaging. You're going to self-sabotage, and subconsciously, you're going to make things a game or try and excite things a little bit for yourself. Just for yourself. Because you need that. This problem is like a Rubik's Cube. You know, you need to fiddle with it. You need to think about it. You need to be on it. You need to be there, practicing with it and working with it. You can't run from this. You can't run from this. You can't hide from this. This is a karmic thing. This is a thing of, it's going to happen. It's going to happen eventually. And the only reason it's taken so long, or the reason it's being dragged out, is because of you. Because you don't want to move. But you have to move. And you know that. It's not a case of it's a choice of do I move or do I not. It's a case of when. You are going to move. You're going to be pushed in that place. And it's going to come back around again and again and again because of that karmic sign. You can't get over that. You can't get away from it. You can't run from it. You can't hide from it. You can stay in your tree all you want. You can throw your shit at it all you like, but it ain't gonna make it run away. It's not gonna go anywhere. What this is here is this is you as a critical person criticizing yourself, putting yourself down, judging yourself for the decisions that you have made, putting the blame on you so that you don't blame other people, so they don't feel bad, so that you can feel like they are protected and that they are okay and that, you know, at least they're not hurting, or at least they're not the ones having to go through it. But they are going to be collateral damage whether you like it or not. The arrows have already left the bow. The arrows are now mid-air. They're now flying. They're flying. So unless you're going to run around with a shield trying to protect every single person when those arrows land, there's not really a lot you can do about it at this point. The only thing that you can do is hold on to the shield yourself and pick a person. Pick the people, pick the place, pick that job, pick the situation, pick that you want to protect. If you were in a battlefield, and you had a shield that was big enough for you and one other thing, or that thing, that particular thing, whatever it is, a person, a job, a home, whatever, and you are in that battlefield looking up and you're seeing thousands of arrows flying through the sky, it's too late, you can't run, there's nothing you can do, they've already left the bow, they're already flying through the air. What are you going to protect? Where are you going with the shield? What is coming under the shield with you? Because everything else right now is collateral damage and there's nothing you can do. And yes, you can choose to protect yourself, which you are already doing. And you may not feel that way, but protecting yourself just means that you're pretending that it's protecting everybody else, when really it's not. You're protecting you, because that snake is a selfish card. It's selfish. Snakes are selfish people. Snakes look out for themselves. Snakes are very sort of sneaky. I've got your back. Oh, wait, no, I don't. I'm actually over here hiding under a rock. And that's what you're doing. You're holding on to stuff, hiding under a rock, thinking, if I stay behind... And that's the problem. If you stay behind the shield by yourself and you choose nothing, you lose everything. And that rooster knows that. And that's why it's now telling you, you got to start thinking. You need to start choosing. You need to make decisions on stuff. You need to. And you can't run from it. The arrows have already left. You know? They're already flying towards you. So it's now your choice and it's up to you. This is you. This is monkey, because it's down to you. You can't stay in the position you are. You can't hold on to it. That snake, very selfish. You're looking out for you, but that rooster is telling you, think about this. Think about this. Is this really the wisest choice? What you're doing actually, you know, the best decision for you? But it's not all bad. I feel that this is going to build up to something really good if you can let go, if you can move forward. If these two cards here can help you in any way, it is basically to follow your intuition, follow your kind of follow your kind of gut in a way, you know, follow that gut, follow that intuition feeling, that kind of, this is where I feel right. This is where I feel and I think that I belong. And you won't go too wrong. You're an intelligent person. Monkeys are one of the most intelligent people out there. So you've got the capability to think this through. You may not be able to hack into the emotional intelligence as much right now, because I feel that that's probably one of the things that is keeping you where you are. But you're a monkey. You're not a snake. You're not a rooster. You're a monkey. So emotional intelligence is not your forte. You can get shit done though. And you're a very practical person. And you are very intelligent. You're not emotionally intelligent like the snake or the ox or, you know, those types of signs, but you are still very intelligent and open to that emotional side of things. And you can make a really big difference in your life right now. Apart from the fact that there isn't a catalyst card in here, I do see that this is a decision that needs to be made, and it's going to be a big choice to make. And when you do, things are going to start looking in a positive way. But we'll find out, won't we, next week when we do another reading for the monkey people, and we'll see how things pan out for you. Please do let me know in the comments below if there is anything that you'd like to know, if there's anything that, you know, any questions or whatnot. And we will be back next week for another monkey reading on the Friday. And this afternoon, we'll be doing a reading for the rooster people. So hit that subscribe button. I will see you then. If not, we'll see you next week or tomorrow when we do the dog and the pig readings. I will see you then, guys. You have a great day.